Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 20 Ultimate Team, The Road to Glory, episode number 262. This Saturday episode for you is going to feature some SBCs for like the first half, and then just my first couple of games in the weekend league that would have been played like Friday morning, afternoon, as I just wanted to get a couple of games under my belt to see how it was all feeling with this squad right here. Now, if you do enjoy today's episode, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. Keep showing that support. I know it's late on in the cycle, but if you can keep showing the love, I really appreciate it. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here so that you never miss an episode. Go ahead and click the little notification bell and all of that good stuff as well. So those of you that missed yesterday's episode, we bought and sold a Jonathan to make a lot of profit, which is great. And I was very surprised that happened, because I never make money, do I, really? And then we also went ahead and bought an Insigne, and it formed the team that we've got currently, which is actually bringing Ilicic in for the moment whilst we wait for, hopefully, Jonathan to drop in price. You'll know a little bit more about that by now, and please note that if when Ligue 1 TOTS is out and some of those CSL Brazilians do drop in price, rest assured, Lasty will have picked one up at a decent price, hopefully anyway. If he drops back down to 250, I'm in there. I'm buying it, all right? And then hopefully it comes down. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, I wanted to get marquee matchups done, obviously. And I think they were fairly kind to us this week with the the requirements. It felt as though we didn't have to have like a player from both squads or multiple players from both squads. It was just like Empoli or Fiorentina player, or it was just like just a Ligue 1 player or something like that. It was pretty like easy if your club is dwindling a little bit, like mine definitely is. However, I think we're probably going to be in a little bit of a better spot for the next week for Ligue 1, because what I haven't done this week is, you might have noticed, I've not done the guaranteed Serie A TOTS pack, because, well, I feel like that pack is a bit of an L unless you get like Insigne, Alejandro Gomez or Cristiano Ronaldo, like I don't know, maybe Nainggolan and stuff as well, but there are so many cheap Serie A players that I felt like it would have just been a waste, and really I could do with rebuilding up my fodder again so that I've either got enough coins to do an SBC for whatever stuff comes out with Ligue 1, or to do the guaranteed Ligue 1 TOTS SBC later on next week. And then after that we're expecting Ultimate TOTS, right? And if that's the case, I guess we'll probably maybe we'll get 2 Ultimate TOTS guaranteed packs. I'm pretty sure we did last year, and if that's the case, I think I was in Florida. I think I did both of those packs in Florida last year on a remote setup. But yeah, that won't be happening this year, will it? Because can't travel anywhere right now. But yeah, we end up getting a board, and it's just a board, unfortunately. Still no signs of blues in packs for me. We get Spanish centre-back from Villarreal, which is, of course, going to be Raul Albiol. I mean, yeah, it's not really what you want to see at this stage of the game in marquee matchups, but it is an 83, which sometimes goes up quite a lot in price. Those Spanish centre-backs, like the Spanish 83s, tend to rise a fair bit every now and again, like La Liga players as well. It's just like the way it goes for, I think, people building like high-rated SBCs. They use a lot of La Liga players. We get a little Adoriz there as well, which is okay. I'm pretty sure it was him that retired from football recently, wasn't it? Or am I getting that completely mixed up with somebody? I can't remember who it was. I think it was Adoriz. If so, GG's on a successful career. But we move on. I try and search for a little Jonathan just to see where he's at, because I need to roughly know. You know, I need to get an idea in my head. I need to keep an eye on things. You know that I bought for 241. You know that I then sold for 335. So I need him to, obviously, he's been sat around 300. Like 305 maybe. Like I thought about buying one at 305 and then just calling him Mr. 305, Mr. Worldwide. That would have been quite funny, but it would have lost us coins. So we're not going to buy him at that. We are just going to stick with this team for now. Ilicic and all, and like I look at his stats and I think this could be a great player. 97 shooting, 97 passing, 97 dribbling. I can't see how he's not going to be good. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's 96 rated. So I'm hoping and expecting big things. And I do need to obviously get into the weekend league at some point as well. But I think there were another couple of SBCs that I was able to get done, which meant that we could fill another couple of minutes of today's episode with extra packs, extra attempts at trying to get good rated players. I went in for the throwback UCL Marquee Matchups, which is something I didn't think I was going to be able to afford. I did end up having to pay 5k for a Korea UCL, which is not ideal, really. And I got rid of an orange card there, but it was just an 81 untradeable. Something I could never do anything with, like a Greek guy. So we stuck him in there because I just needed an 81 rated player. And that was probably the only one I had in my club. That's how, like, bare bones my club is right now. And then the other one where you have to use 2 non-rare UCLs. Luckily, I had them in the club. Got that done because I don't know, like, if it's technically worth it, but again, if it's sort of on the borderline of being quite good and you get a couple of extra packs back, I'll probably end up doing it just so that I get the chance of maybe getting a TOTS. But then when it's like if it's a group, so you get like an overall reward, normally that puts it in the it's worth it category. But when it's like a Serie A objective or a Liga 1 objective and it costs the same amount of rares to get less rares back or something, like I won't be doing them. It seems like a waste of time, most of it. So this is the TOTS covered pack. I think this was a premium gold players pack or something. We end up getting a boards. We end up getting a walkout, actually. Oh my god, it's happening. We get Croatian centre mid, not from Real Madrid, from Barcelona, which means instead of a 90 rated Modric, it is an 86 rated Rakitic. Probably not a huge amount of difference in terms of price, though, really. I bet a 90 Modric is like 30 something k, whereas this sold for 15k, so it's not like not as big a difference as it probably would have been back in when like those regular golds were selling for a huge amount. And then we do get boards again in the next pack, but still no blue flares. Unfortunately, we get a Nigerian CDM from Leicester, of course, is going to be Wilfred Ndidi. So an 84 and an 86 from the UCL Marquee Matchups. There's no real complaining there from me. Like, that's decent fodder in Ndidi because he's always one of the cheaper 84s. I'll probably just keep him in the club and use him because I tend to buy him quite a lot for SBCs that I complete. And then I will sell, or have sold, Ivan Rakitic there, as you can see, as well as Albiol, like nearly 5k for Albiol. I thought, hey, we might as well make that money, right? And then I think, yeah, we got 3.9k for a silver Napoli player, which is good. And then just some other bits that I can relist up on the market, which obviously haven't sold. And you know, that's fine. They were either duplicates or players from League SBCs, so I can try and just make a little bit of moolah from them. So the team is kind of ready. It's nearly time to head on into the weekend league. I got 9 games on Insigne because I did some squad battle stuff, obviously yesterday to get Bogar, and then some other squad battles games to get some weekly challenges done. So I've got 1 more game on him, and that will be our first weekend league game before he's then gone from 6 chem to 7 chem, and we should be all good. Obviously, this is how I'm going to be playing with my main squad. Ilicic is that left striker. Insigne is the right cam. Douglas Costa and Neymar at cam and striker as well. And then this right here is the throw the kitchen sink at him. I saw a couple of DMs on Instagram and I saw a tweet as well. Maybe even a comment on YouTube that asked me to show you like what the throw the kitchen sink at them tactics actually are. So you saw it right there, and it's just in a 4-4-2. I need to rearrange my squad though, because obviously we changed it from the Jonathan squad to the Ilicic team, and I needed to rearrange that because we went from a 4-5-1 to a 4-3-2-1 starting, and that just muddles everyone up, doesn't it? So we're at 0 wins. First game of the weekend league, I come up against 96R9. Oh dear, that's not really what you want to see, is it? Nice, strong, solid squad. I would say an above average team still for this stage of the game. Lots of tots in there, and a Neymar and a Messi. Like, obviously this guy kind of understands the game, and obviously has a 96 R9. I would say that from the rest of the players that he got, that R9 probably came from his prime icon pack. If so, GG's, pretty much. That's a bit lucky, isn't it? But we end up finally getting an open opportunity to take a shot with Neymar, and it does go in after 16 minutes. Odegaard and Ronaldo as a cam and striker duo were quite difficult to defend, I'm not going to lie. However, this was also my first game of the day, so things were pretty rusty. And obviously you build up to it, don't you? You go into your first game, you hope it's going all right, and then you get better and better as the games go on. So I missed an absolute sitter with Ilicic. I then get through with him again, take the strike across the goal, and that one goes wide as well. And I'm like, why? He's got 97 shooting, and I don't think I'm missing by much. Like, surely that should be going on target. And then I missed one with Neymar as well, and I'm like, okay, let's put all of this down to rustiness, because I'm probably, like, I could probably go back and actually look in the top right corner to see where my buttons were actually being pointed at. That would be a great way to actually tell whether or not those shots should have gone wide or not. But when I just saw it then, I'm pretty sure I was aiming nearly fully down with Neymar, and that ball still went in the back of the net. So it's so random on FIFA 20, innit? It really is. So I go with a free kick from Ilicic, and from slightly further out, I've been trying to knuckleball it a little bit. So you need to be slightly lower, like basically on the bar, and then you go like up, down, up, down, up, down, and it sort of like wiggles in the air, but it's very difficult for it to go in the back of the net. And I don't think I timed that one very well either, so that's probably why that didn't go in. But I seem to obviously be very good at the really close free kicks where you can do the long up down and get the top spin on it, and the line is like this long. But there's another one where the line is like half of that, which I don't know how people do. And that's the one where people score from a little bit further out. So I need to learn that. I'm going to go into the skill games, have a little play around to make sure I can obviously figure that one out. So at half-time, I brought on Thomas Muller for Ilicic because he missed those two sitters. And I brought on Witsel for Fred because obviously I don't want to really be playing Fred very much, do I? But Witsel knocks it into Neymar. I turn the defender, able to make it 3-0 against this guy. 3-0 in my first game against 96R9. Yeah, I'll take that for sure. And Insigne is, unfortunately, I feel like going to be wasted out wide. I might at some point have to just move him up to striker or something. But Neymar and Thomas Muller, man, there is something about this Thomas Muller card at striker that just is brilliant. I really like a 3-star skill card. How has that come about? I've always felt like I needed the 4 or 5 star skills, especially a 4 or 5 star weak foot. And Thomas Muller's 3-star skill, 4-star weak foot, and I absolutely adore him at striker. Even on 5 chem, bringing him on as a super sub, he is getting goals. I don't know how. Why is he so much better than Ilicic? Ilicic missed and just didn't feel that great. Muller, perfect positioning, getting through multiple times, doesn't miss the shot when you need him to score. It's like Mr. Reliable. And did anyone see what he said about Alphonso Davies the other day, where he's like saying how quick he is, like Roadrunner? He was like meep meep, which I love Thomas Muller, man. He's yeah, what character he is. Anyway, we win 5-0 against 96R9. We didn't really let him have a go at goal, which is helpful. Obviously, that's going to stop him from being as potent as he can be. But yeah, I felt very, very lucky to come away with a 5-0 victory in game number 1. Then we go into this, and I'm like, that is the first time I've ever seen anyone have the lower rated flashback when there's a premium and a regular version, like an 88 Allen. Why has he not got the other one? Like, that's the first time I've ever seen that. I always imagined that the completion rate of those SBCs would be super, super low. But of course, there are people out there with not as many coins or don't want to use their players as fodder or anything like that. And this guy was, I guess, one of them. But he had some pretty meta players. His squad wasn't really as good as mine, but he definitely had some meta players, and he was a very good FIFA player. I overestimated myself going into this game right off the bat because I looked at the teams and I was like, well, I out-teamed this guy. I'm going to be all good. But I found myself 1-0 down. Albeit from a mistake from me. You know, I gave him the ball from the goal kick, or from the free kick, whatever it was. But eventually, Ilicic does assist Douglas Costa. We do get in and get that equalising goal. But as you can see at half-time, I'm kind of getting a little bit battered here. We need to step up a little bit. So, obviously, things are going to change. We're going to bring on Thomas Muller. We're going to bring on Axel Witsel. I think he might have already been on. I think I benched Fred in the first half, actually. But Muller, 4 minutes after coming on, gets in the right position, scores the goal. Why doesn't Ilicic do that is the question I'm asking. And then Muller plays it through to Neymar. He's going to find his way into the box, get kind of lucky, I guess, but a little pass back to him, and he's going to be able to find the German again, who's going to score another goal like 15 minutes after coming onto the pitch. He is Brilliant. And I almost feel like maybe I should be having him in the starting 11. But hey, if he's coming on and being this good from sub, then I'm happy for that to happen every match as well. You know, it's nice to have a nice fresh player in the second half when your opponent's defenders are getting a little bit tired. But my opponent was definitely better with his Ilicic than I was with mine, I would say. He got a nice assist there for his Lau drop. And then, well, in the 88th minute, he ends up getting through again. Like Ben Yedder holding off TOTS Joe Gomez, outpacing TOTS Joe Gomez. And that's just the 85 Ben Yedder. Don't even get me started on the TOTS version. I don't want to ever come up against that. I want to pack him, but I don't want to come up against him. All right. So we're 2-0, which is odd considering the last like 3 weeks, I think we've gone 0-1. So yeah, at least we've watched me have a worse weekend now because I won the first match. I wonder if that's the case, and now I have a bad weekend this weekend, I'm losing my first one next week so that we get the easier matchmaking. I don't imagine it actually works like that, but we shall see. So I kind of decided to stop playing at that point on the Friday. Whether or not, I mean, it's still Friday as I'm recording this for you guys on Saturday. There might be a chance that I play a couple more games or something. But ideally, I'm going to be waiting to see if I can snipe a Jonathan for a good price. If that's the case, then we'll get back stuck into the 4-5-1 squad with Jonathan at striker instead of Ilicic. And that's exactly what I want because I'm really excited to try him at some point. But yeah, like bringing on Axel Witsel and Thomas Müller at halftime is game-changing for this squad. Fred and Ilicic are definitely the weak links of the team for sure. And I want them to be gone as soon as possible, all right? So we'll see what we can do about that. I do have something in mind, but again, it needs Jonathan's price to drop so that we can afford him and another midfielder instead of Fred, which we can possibly try. So yeah, guys, that is going to be the end of the episode. Do me a favour. Hit the thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. 3,000 likes. That is your target for today. If you haven't already done it, just hit a like. You know, why not? Why not, right? Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. I thank you for that. And, of course, Twitter, Instagram, the links are down below. They're on screen as well. Come follow me. Why not, right? See what I'm up to on my stories and all of that good stuff. Guys, take it easy. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Stay playing games. Good luck in the weekend league. And I will catch you tomorrow with another episode. Peace.